Welcome, welcome! It's Mud Dog with the TexasSpaceNavy bringing you another Star Citizen video. And this is all about Inside Star Citizen. This is the second week back, I believe, since they came back for the 3.17.2 patch. One of the things they're discussing, well, actually the whole thing they're discussing is racing. As you know, in Arena Commander, there are some different racing modes that you can do. There's 3 different tracks you can go on. It's quite challenging. At one point, during one of the earlier flight models, I was quite good at racing. I was in the top 10, on the leaderboards. Believe that or not, I was. I got it. I worked hard on it. I worked on it and worked on it, and I was really good at racing. I figured it out. Now, with the changes to the flight model, not really recently, but over the years, I've not really gone back to try racing very much. It's not easy, and it takes more work than it took before to be good at it. And there are some people out there that are phenomenal at racing, and they've worked hard at it. They've worked day and night, over and over and over, to get the right mechanics, the right line, to speed up, to slow down at the right times, to drift at the right times. It's more of a science than an art. They have put in countless hours honing their skills. And while I felt like I put in countless hours originally doing it, and no, you have to put in way more hours now to be really good at racing. Probably the same thing with dogfighting, flying in general, for sure. The mechanics are just less forgiving than they once were. It's much more complicated. There's much more going on, much more math involved with how the game works and how the flight model works for people like myself to want to invest the time in it right now to get good at racing again. But with that said, this is actually intriguing. So while the devs were waiting for certain projects to be free for them to get involved with or to get started on, they started playing around with some different stuff. And actually, this came from a few of the community finding these little ravines, canyons, etc. to race in on different planets. And they kind of named some of these tracks and stuff. And one of the developers decided to go in and see if they couldn't actually make this into a bona fide racetrack. So they started putting all sorts of different features and elements down and just kind of played with it. And literally from the time Evocati went in place for 3.17.2 to by the time that 3.17.2 released, they had a track. This is in the game right now. You can race it. It is a rather large track, larger than they thought it was going to be, and evidently it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of different features and stuff, and they plan on doing more of this stuff. One of the things they were trying to, hype up is that the devs, a lot of times in downtime, they work on the game still, just trying to get up to date on different things that some of the other teams maybe have access to that they haven't worked with, or maybe they want to fool around with some art assets or placement of our assets and stuff like that. So it gives them an opportunity to do that whenever they don't have anything, in the queue for them to work on at the moment, because they're waiting on other teams to get those projects done. And so some of these elements of racing that they're talking about in this Inside Star Citizen came about because the devs have some free time, and it's awesome to see what they can come up with, creatively on their own, when they're just messing around, right? So something else racing related that we will get to see in 3.18 is, what do they do with these convention centers all over the verse when there's no convention to go to? Well, they decided at Orison, at the Vision Center, that they would do go-kart type racing, or, if you will, the Grey Cat buggy racing. If you know, that's one of my favorite vehicles, and I'm still planning on voting it up for ship of the year or whatever when that starts going through. Hopefully you guys will support that. You know, I really want the Great Cat Buggy to be one of the ships of the year, because it's the Great Cat Buggy. It's one of the originals, one of the OGs. It's, you know, it's a cool little golf cart. That's really what it is. So, anyways, this one dev during some downtime, I think it said 3 weeks, in less than 3 weeks, created this awesome little course that's definitely inspired by some other games out there, where you want to call it Mario Kart or Pole Position, or probably a lot of different racing games, to be honest. But there's definitely some Mario Kart influence. Created this really cool track. He even had a loop-de-loop in it one time, but he said that the Great Cat Buggies just couldn't go fast enough to complete the loop-de-loop. And as you can see, there is a jump on this course, which is awesome. I love seeing that, and I can't wait to actually race this. We are definitely going to do some org nights on the racetracks. It'll be so much fun. You know, I'm definitely looking forward to it. What do you guys think of racing? And did you guys get a chance to check out this Inside Star Citizen? I thought it was pretty good. A little low on content, but it was, you know, pretty cool because of the creative content that they had in there. As you can see, the loop-de-loop here. But yeah, I am definitely looking forward to some of these changes to racing. I know in Arena Commander, they have it on the roadmap to fix up racing in that as well, and to really hone in on some of it. So we get to see some new changes coming to all sorts of racing in this patch and in future patches soon. So guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate all you guys tuning in. You guys are so awesome. With that said, I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you guys out in the verse.